Try now. Thoughts? YouTube, can you hear me? Are we good now? Hopefully YouTube can hear me now. I fiddled with some settings. We're back? Okay, we're back. All right. I paused it. I didn't want to miss anything. I don't know what YouTube was doing, but I muted everything and then I turned everything back on. So, all right. I am once again audible. This is a great day. We got Colin, who has Shadow Drapion, Kingdra, Shadow Beedrill, Spiritomb, Licky Licky, and Dunsparce, and Hikam, who is Shadow Drapion, Milotic, the Fish, Shadow Beedrill, Licky Licky, and Spiritomb. Game number 1. This is a best of 5. Colin 6 versus Hikam. Shadow Beedrill into Milotic. Now, this is a very neutral matchup. Arguably, I would typically prefer it to be the Milotic here just off of pacing, but Beedrill can make life uncomfortable by boosting itself up with Fell Stinger. Hikam could potentially look to try and make a call and force 2 shields before pivoting out into Licky Licky. Colin knows the double rollout is busted, so he is running 2 rollouters in the back. Colin not going to go for the X-Scissor or Fell Stinger bait or nuke games. He's going down both shields instantly in this game 1. Hikam gets aggressive, pivoting into Licky Licky. There's the X-Scissor, full send from Colin. Hikam has a tough choice to make. He puts up the shield. He does get the shield call right. Colin can now look to pivot out, but no, he's going to stay in. Yo, what's up, Shira? Yeah, this really might be the best time of day if someone's trying to ruin Shira's stream streak on their channel. Because it's right around when she goes to bed. And Colin's going to pivot out, but he was able to get both shields back. And he got so much damage on this Licky Licky. I actually think he only got 1 shield back. Because an X-Scissor must have landed. Yeah, an X-Scissor did land. Ooh, Hikam winning charge tech priority. Yeah, let me get shoutouts for Murphy and Shira. Murphy. Shira. So that's good information to Hikam, knowing that he does win charge tech priority in the Licky Mirror. Unfortunately, Colin is loaded, so I don't even think Spiritomb can, like, cheese a farm down here. Yeah, because there's already an Earthquake, and you really don't want, like, Spiritomb wants to, like, farm down low Mons and get energy advantage. But having to give up its shield now puts it into a losing endgame against the Dunsparce. Does Colin throw instantly? Oh, Hikam! Tries to switch out, predicting an immediate throw, but Colin's too patient. Colin will go for the drill run. Drill run, it'll be close on if this takes the knockout. It did not. It survived! No, it didn't survive! I thought it survived, but it did not. Oh my goodness. That was right about exact HP on a drill run KOing. Was not a 1 HP survive. Instead, it did actually take the knockout. Today's video is a video that I recorded a couple days back. We got some Master League Spice. I did see your battle submission, but I wasn't able to get to it because I was asleep when it was submitted. So I'll be getting to that later today. Because I only have to stream for like 2 hours today instead of like 7. Ooh, and Colin gets the catch. The final boss. Game number 1. He's going to be taking it. Dunsparce rollouts down. Nods from Colin. He's very happy. That Shadow Beedrill was a terror for Colin. Oh my goodness. Saving all that energy? Yo, what's up, Tara? For a 2-star Keldeo? Oh no. That Beedrill was so valuable. Hikami's going to have to try and reevaluate. Potentially maybe thinking about the Sea King. Does not bring the Sea King. We've got mirror leads, Spiritomb into Spiritomb. Colin again going with the double rollout backline as double rollout is just so strong. Hikam again winning charge stack priority here. Colin not going to call the Rock Tomb, going to be putting up the shield. A regular typically preferred Terra, but the Shadow isn't bad either. The shadow definitely is not bad. As Colin, you don't really want to catch a Rock Tomb out of this either. It's actually Hikami who catches the Rock Tomb out. Interesting. So Hikami views it as more valuable, but now Hikami is in a spot you never want to be in, which is a debuffed rollouter. Because Colin can switch into the mirror and completely dominate the mirror and exit with such an advantage that he's going to make life very difficult for Hikami. Also, I'm going to put myself up as a co-streamer again. Yo, we're co-streaming. We're just behind. All right, easy. Ooh. Hikami tried to cap tie there. I don't know if he hit that late or if it was like a game issue. The body slam would have been reached anyway, though. Can we do... we will not be doing predictions for these, no. Colin just goes for the extra. I don't... Licky Licky, I might hang on here. Oh, baby! It survives. Hikami can just farm down. Oh, that's huge farm. Yeah, that's massive, massive farm. But the issue is he lost so much fast move. Like, he took so much fast move pressure that this is going to make life very, very difficult. All right, wrap lands. Income Spiritomb. The shield comes up, but I think Dunsparce is pretty okay with this trade. Oh, do the rollouts, they don't KO. Yeah, Colin knows that he's going to have to throw. But Colin does have a pretty significant health advantage. And does still have the Licky Licky, and I believe the Licky Licky has a charge attack move. Yeah. I think guaranteed win for Colin is probably just a pivot here. Ooh, no pivot. Hikami tries to predict the combo. Colin stays in. When does Colin go for the combo? Oh, there it is! Oh my! Hikami had to try and predict it. He wasn't able to. Colin snipes down with a body slam. Colin up 2-0. Oh my goodness. The final boss. He's called the final boss for a reason, folks. He is crazy. Yo. So many good battles have occurred while I was asleep. I would love to see a Colin win. A Colin win would go very hard. Colin is just so consistent. He's so consistent. Okay, we got game number 3. Kingdra into Licky Licky. We could see a Kingdra moment TM if a Swift gets shielded. In that Kingdra, if it has an outrage shielded, is the worst Mon, and if it gets a Swift shielded, is the best Mon. Oh, he's full set of the outrage. Hikami, head in his hands, trying to make a call. Oh, he gets it right. He shields the outrage. We have dueling Spiritombs in the back line. Oh, Colin goes for the catch. Sends in the Dunsparce. Timed it so he does get the sneak. Yeah, whoever goes to this plays Pto Man in losers finals. The Earthquake landing on the Dunsparce is actually really good for Colin. Colin would rather take the energy here than anywhere else on his team. So this is a really, really good swing. This Earthquake will fail to deliver a knockout onto Colin. It'll be close, but Dunsparce should hang on. Colin knows it. No shields, Earthquake lands, and that's just not going to cut it. Drill Run will not take the knockout here either. Hikami will be able to hang on. Could Hikami potentially look to try and snipe down with Spiritomb here? No, gonna stay in because there was a Drill Run loaded, and it was unlikely that 2 Sucker Punches would have taken the KO. Colin just lets the energy go in exchange for sacrificing. Like, He got a shield advantage out of the mid game, and now he goes for the Spiritomb farm. He threw away a Dunsparce move for energy on this Spiritomb, and I actually think it's the correct play. Still a very healthy Milotic in the back. Oh, Colin's full sending a Shadow Ball. Potentially calling out a no-shield from Hikam. Oh, Hikam does put up the shield. Spiritomb energy is basically universal in this meta. Hikam kind of needs a catch, but even that I don't think will save him. He gets the catch and the sneak, but Colin went for the Shadow Ball. This is a -1 Shadow Ball. But the goal now for Colin is just to try and set up the Kingdra as a springboard. The Kingdra does have energy, but it's going to be taking quite a lot of damage. Hikam firing off Aqua Tail. He knows even an Aqua Tail will add up here. Colin lets it go. Outrage is going to be deleting Milotic. Back in comes the Spiritomb. Oh, it's going to be a close one. He throws. I think by throwing, I think it would have been a tie. By throwing, he might have lost. Tie? No, not a tie. 1 HP for Colin. Oh, man. It was slated to be a tie. Hikam threw trying to go for the win, but in doing so, the sucker punch that snuck allowed Colin to take the knockout. No tie. Colin with the 3-0. He's moving on to grand finals. Holy, dude. Wow. So next up, we have Hikam versus Pto Man. Pto Man lost in group round 3 and has won 13 best of 3s in a row to make it to this moment. 13 of them. Unbelievable run at an international. He lost so early and then locked in. Hikam is going to be looking for a bounce back. A game 1 win for Hikam would go very far. Because starting off your day with an 0-3 has to be pretty demoralizing. Hikam a great player, though. But Pto Man has been on a heater all weekend since that loss. So the big thing that I watch for here is I think if Hikam can win game 1, Hikam should be like in a competitive series. I think if Pto Man wins game 1, it could end up running away with things. Oh, we got lock-ins! Game number 1, Seeking into the B-Drill. This matchup is a little awkward because Pto Man may not want to lock himself into a debuff. A lot of people like catching out of these matchups, but locking yourself into a debuff has been a consistently losing play pattern in this meta. Shield comes up from Pto. Pto going to be firing off the Fell Stinger. Hikam has to decide. Oh, Hikam calls it. I think Hikam will get farmed down now, though, because of that little bit of Fell Stinger chip. I believe Seeking does not make the next move. Yeah. If you let that go, you get farmed down. And now there's a guaranteed X-Scissor into whatever Hikam brings in. Hikam will shield going for farm on Spiritomb. Spiritomb energy, again, is pretty universal in this meta. I believe should get 3 sucker punches here, but no. Pto Man gets aggressive. By pivoting out, Seeking's now online to make Mega Horn when the Rock Tomb is available. Oh, the Sea of Pitai built up to the Mega Horn, baited with the Icy Wind. Rock Tomb will not secure the knockout here, but Pto Man will put up the shield as a Shadow Ball could have been devastating. I think a new meta will get announced today. Probably not, because it's so far away from NAIC. Ooh, the bait from Pto Man. The shield! Oh my goodness. That's a nice bait. He's able to pivot out. Milotic versus Milotic. But keep in mind, this Milotic is debuffed, courtesy of that Icy Wind. That was a huge tipping point in the moment for Pto Man. Pto Man overfarming quite substantially, watching for a catch. And Hikami's not going to get it. Pto Man full charging this Aqua Tail. He wants this Spiritomb gone. Spiritomb hangs on 1 HP. No, it does not. Dude, the visuals for 1 HP survives and KOs are kind of weird today. As back in comes Milotic. Wrap lands. Wrap comes out from Hikami. But even though Pato is debuffed, this is just not going to take the knockout. It just doesn't hit hard enough. Wrap lands. There's the pivot. Resetting the defense drop. Milotic gets the Aqua Tail. Oh, man. Hikami's debuffed. It is resisted. Is it going to be enough here? It is. The pause means it KO'd. Aqua Tail lands. Pto Man takes game 1. Man, that is very tough for Hikami. Yo, what's up, Helix? Welcome in. Yeah. It was a very positional game, but that Icy Wind bait completely flipped it. Yo, what's up, Phoenix? That, like, without that, all was lost. All was lost. But yeah, 2 Milotics here. You love to see it, to be honest. You absolutely love to see it. All right. Battlers checked at each other already. It looks like we're getting lock-ins here momentarily for game number 2. This is a must-win for Hikami. Game number 2. Oh, good lead for Hikami. Licky Licky into the B-drill. Oh, no! Pto Man, the body slam catch on his Spiritomb. He overfarmed to avoid the catch. It gets caught anyway. That is devastating for Hikami. Oh, man, what a catch. I'll agree with that. I think the specific combo of a shielded Icy Wind sunk him. That catch was just devastating, my word. Shield comes up from Hikami as the Rock Tomb comes out. Spiritomb has the move. Milotic is doubled up. Pato would have to shield and undertap here. Is Hikami's clock up to try and catch onto the Licky Licky? No, it is not. So it's actually Pato who's going to catch. Saving the move, catching onto Milotic. I really like this. I really like this play. Pato is the master of the positional game. He's going to farm up to the back-to-back. No one charge attack from Spiritomb will secure the KO here. But I think that Shadow B-Drill is very well positioned. I don't think he shields the Milotic because the Shadow B is going to need the shields, right? Yeah. He goes Rock Tomb instead of Ball. It does not KO. Pato will be firing off Aqua Tail. It's debuffed. It's not going to KO either. Goes for a slight undercharge there. He wants B farm. Oh my goodness, let's go B-Drill. The Licky Licky is 5 off of the double body slam, which means that with that extra energy, the B-Drill should be guaranteed to make double X scissor now. Hikami shields up, gets it right, but I just don't think it's going to matter. Getting that catch on a Spiritomb set up Pto Man so well here. Like, there's just no way out. Hikami could try and go for a catch onto Milotic, and does. In comes the Milotic. Pto Man going for the Fell Stinger, just going to try and ramp up damage here. Fell Stinger, an incredibly low damaging move, but will be enough to secure the KO. Back in comes Licky Licky, and the catch! Pto Man again! Hikami had in his hands. What can he do? Pto Man just on a heater of a lifetime as he looks to defend his title. Back in comes Spirit Tomb. There's a whole rock tomb loaded. And that was a demolition. Oh my goodness. Pto Man making the plays. And he's one win away from grand finals. Jeez, man. Hikam is an incredible battler. He won a regional earlier this season. It's just like Pto is just on another level this weekend, man. Holy shit. Pto smiling. He's feeling himself. He's absolutely feeling himself. And I think that might be the scariest thing of it all. Yeah. All right, looks like we got a brief tech timeout here. All right, the tech guys are gone. Looks like we're back. Keep in mind, Pto has won 13 best of threes in a row to get to this point after losing very early on day number 1. 13 in a row. And he's about to add a 14th. Unless something drastic changes here. Hikam needs like a dominant game 3 win. But Pto just seems so calm and composed. Keep in mind, Pto is the reigning European international champion. So he is trying to do something no one has ever done, which is title defense at an international. Axon has won NAIC twice, but it was 3 years apart, so it was not title defense. No one has done title defense before at an international successfully. Game number 3. Okay, we've got mirror leads. Beedrill into Beedrill, and it's a perfect mirror team. Beedrill double fish versus Beedrill double fish. Hikam consistently winning charge stat priority over Pto Man. Pto Man, tough call to make. Does he put up the protect shield? No, he does not. X scissor lands, and that's big damage. Does Hikam try and press the advantage? We could see a safe switch here from Pto Man. Yeah. He's going to be sending in the Sea King. Sea King answered with Sea King. But importantly, Pto is up energy. He did switch first. This will allow Pto to make the Mega Horn. He farms up. He's baited with the Icy Wind. Hikam was such a tough call to make. Mega Horn is an incredibly efficient attack. Oh no! Disaster! He puts up the shield. Now he's debuffed. And that's going to make life even more difficult. With the debuff, Mega Horn will actually fail to take the KO. But if Pto shields this, that he does. Pto is so far ahead. He was already up energy. Now Hikami's debuffed. Hikam is even further behind on energy. And Pto Man will look to strike the knockout blow with Mega Horn. Hikam has to try and make a call. He does get it right. It is the Mega Horn this time, but he's still behind, and that's not where you want to be. Timer's up for Pto. No catch comes through. This is the Icy Wind shielded, but even with an Icy Wind bait, Hikam cannot hope to catch up. Does Hikam try and go for a catch onto the Beedrill? That could be a way back in this game. Oh, it's the Simul switch! Beedrill into Beedrill, and the Mega Horn is banked. In comes Sea King. Who wins charge attack priority? A Mega Horn's gonna land. Pto opts out and instead sends in Milotic. Now that was a rather funny turn of events, because since they're both mono water types, you do not know which one is getting brought in, so that's why Hikam threw on alignment. That is the funniest possible outcome of having 2 water types in the backline, is you have no idea which one gets brought in. But now Pto gets to set up a wrap into a Mega Horn, and I think that's going to be sealing it here. Because Pto, his switch timer should be up. And it is. Hikam winning charge attack priority in every single mirror match. And it's just not going to matter. Not even a little bit. Pto took all the damage that he could. In comes the Sea King. And it's just over. Mega Horn is an incredibly efficient attack. Milotic's defense has already been dropped by the wrap. Mega Horn lands. Devastating damage. Milotic will not survive. And Pto Man, 3-0 dominance. We're heading to a grand finals between Pto Man and Colin 6. Wow. Pto Man. The run of a lifetime. 14 in a row. 14 in a row. He can't be stopped. They're going to have long-ass interviews. We don't care about the interviews. Get us to grands. Now, keep in mind. So here we have Kellyo, who's the brother. I believe that's Pato's dad, and I don't know who that is. Colin comes out of the winner's side. This means Colin needs to win 1 best of 5. Pato needs to win 2 best of 5s. Is Pato dad in translator? Okay, sounds good. Yo, what's up, Turbo? All right. Yo, apparently Twitch ads are hating right now, so we will pause it until Twitch ads are over. We are pausing. Twitch ads are some absolute motherfuckers. So we're going to pause this for 2 minutes until the Twitch ads are done. The wildest thing is Twitch says in their thing, this is the default amount of ads you should run. I run way less than that, and it's like, it's still bonkers, bro. It's still fucking bonkers, dude. But we'll sit here for 2 minutes, and we'll just look through this matchup. I want to see the 2 teams, and I don't think they're going to show us the 2 teams. Yo, Alpha with the gifted to Spellbringer. Yo, that's kind of you, Alpha. Spellbringer dodging the ads. Either one supports me, Legro. So I would say whichever platform you prefer. Yeah. Sub on Twitch does mean you get to dodge all ads, which is very nice. Double rollout versus double fish. Who will emerge victorious? All right, we got 1 minute left, and then we'll be firing up the grand finals. I just don't want people to miss this shit. Yeah, Dave, I have YouTube Premium, so that way I never have YouTube ads, and it is. Once you have it, you can never go back. Never having ads is too goated. When I first started dating my now wife, like 10 years ago, she was like, yo, I have YouTube Premium. And I was like, yo, let's go. And we've had Premium together ever since. All right. I believe we should be almost out of ads. We should be almost out of ads. Yeah. Oh, Tail of the Pup. Now that I have it, I'm like, bro, I could never go back. I could. Okay. Twitch says the ad is over. Are we back? Are we good? Twitch, are we good? YouTube, are we good? Are we back? Are we happy? Are we ad free? We are so back. Let's go. Colin 6. Winner side of the bracket. He needs 1 best of 5 win to be crowned champion. Kingdra, Spiritomb, Dunsparce, Licky Licky, Spiritomb, and Shadow Drapion. For Pto Man, Shadow Drapion, Shadow Beedrill, Dunsparce, Spiritomb, and the double fish, Milotic and Seaking. Double fish versus double rollout. Who will emerge victorious? Double something is winning this tournament. Double rollout is incredibly, incredibly safe. And Colin's been relying on it a lot. We've got lock-ins. Game number 1. Pto Man versus Colin. It's going to be Seaking into the Shadow Beedrill. It's going to be Seaking striking first as it goes for Icy Wind. Shield comes up from Colin. We saw from the from the Pto Man and Hikam series that if it's no shielded, this sets up a big farm down for the Beedrill. Pato's gonna pivot out. He brings in his own Beedrill. That's gonna be answered with Licky Licky. Not really what Pto was hoping for. Pto fires off X-Scissor. Ooh, that's gonna land. If Pto shields, he has to double shield. A double shield and a farm down could be an interesting way to play this. Last DUIC was Pto versus Zwilus Turbo. Ooh, Pto full farm down, had to commit both shields. Colin could potentially look to send in. No, does not send in the B. Pto Man. He's full set of the X-Scissor. Colin with a shield call to make. He lets it go. X-Scissor lands. And Pto makes another X-Scissor. This Beedrill is just destroying in game number 1. X-Scissor forces the shield. Colin had 2 rollouters into a Beedrill and lost both of them. In comes Milotic. The X-Scissor is reached. But this Beedrill just went on a rampage. 2 rollout users, not enough. X-Scissor lands onto Milotic. Can Milotic get a farm down here? Milotic getting dangerously low. Dragon Tail does secure the knockout, but Pto pays the price. Milotic will win charge attack priority. Pto Man opting for the wrap. Lesser damage, but does get the debuff. There is still a very healthy Sea King for Pto Man. And of course, the very low HP Beedrill. Beedrill will not be able to get the farm down before the rollout takes the KO. This Dunsparce is loaded. But unfortunately, it had to throw. And that is going to win Pto Man game number 1 as he gets the farm down there. It was forced to throw its energy on the CMP tie because Milotic has so much energy. And then by getting that debuff, it increased the peck damage. He pecks down and Pto Man says, I don't know what RPS is. 2 rollout users into Beedrill, and it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. He just completely destroyed 2 rollout users. That's crazy. That's actually nuts, man. That's actually nuts. Okay, here we go. Ooh, B into Spiritomb. Pto safe switches into the Sea King. He banks a ton of B energy and then ends up going into Licky Licky. If he tries for the Quake, Pto can outpace. Oh, he's overfarming massively. Pto looking to try and sneak a Mega Horn past 2 shields. Colin lets it go. This is going to hurt. Mega Horn lands. Licky Licky gets rocked, but importantly does survive. Licky Licky trying to land a knockout blow with this debuffed Earthquake. Pto Man, he's going to be putting up the shield, investing in the fish. Is there a Spiritomb to catch on? Yes. Oh my, Pto Man. The defensive resistance is on display. He saves the Sea King, catches the body slam, snipes down with a sucker punch, and back in comes the Beedrill. But Beedrill is the aggressor in this matchup. Beedrill up so much energy. Beedrill gonna go for a Fell Stinger bait. Baiting up a shield is risky. Does Pto call this? He does not. He puts up the shield, and that's a swing of momentum for Colin. Colin gets the ramp up damage, winning charge attack priority. The bait ends up paying off massively. This will not secure the knockout, even though it is +1 because Fellstinger is a very weak move, but it is going to be getting that Spiritomb low. Now Colin can, in my eyes, probably just let this go. Oh, he shields. He's full investing in the Beedrill. In comes the Sea King. I'm a bit surprised. Well, to be fair, I guess he didn't want to be trapped into a perma debuff, and that's why he shielded. Because the Sea King had energy, so if he lets it go, then he gets perma debuffed on Dunsparce. And Dunsparce is debuffed, but will have the ability to reset the debuff, so I think the shield does make sense. Drill Run, even debuffed, is going to be knocking out the Spiritomb. Sorry, knocking out the fish, not the Spiritomb. I was still thinking about that Spiritomb catch, but in comes Milotic. And Milotic can just farm up. Milotic farming to the back-to-back wraps, winning charge attack priority over the Dunsparce. Dunsparce puts up the shield. The issue for Colin is that 2 drill runs do not knock out Milotic. He does still have the ability to catch, but this is tough. That just does absolutely nothing. In comes the Beedrill. And Colin knows drill run just doesn't KO here, so it just doesn't matter. Pto Man again. Can he be stopped? Can Colin get a win? My goodness. This is the run of a lifetime from Pto Man. Pato's come close many times to capturing a title since that EUIC championship. He was 3rd at NAIC, 2nd at Worlds, 2nd at LAIC, and it looks like today may be his day. He seems a level of locked in I don't know if I've seen before. Colin looked invincible in that winners finals, and so to see him lose back-to-back is a pretty big shock to the system. Just for his own sake here, Colin needs to start getting some wins, man. Even if you don't win this series, figure out something that works in this matchup. Okay, game number 3. Dunsparce into Spiritomb. Immediate safe switch into the Shadow Drapion. No response from Pto, as this is a very fine matchup as the Spiritomb. Pato's made 5 day 3s at internationals in a row. So this is already the greatest run we've seen in international play ever. Like, no one comes close. Oh, I think you're talking about this particular tournament. Got you. This particular tournament so far has been one of the most impressive we've seen from Pto, yes, at an international. Ooh. Tried to sneak in an Aqua Tail there, but Colin reads it perfectly and will land the crunch. That's really big damage onto Milotic. Aqua Tail lands. There's the pivot into Dunsparce. Milotic will leave with a parting gift of a wrap. No shield from Colin. Dunsparce energy very, very good in this matchup, just in general. Back in comes the Spiritomb. An issue that Spiritomb's going to have is it's very, very far behind. And that cost him. He was so behind the curve, he couldn't even make it to a single Rock Tomb before the second drill run was available. This is massive value for Colin. Pto will look to do 4 in the move here. Could even do 5 in the move. Gonna do 6 in the move, but that lets Colin catch. Oh my goodness, Colin 6. What a play. He tries to maximize energy and overfarm, but that made him predictable. And that leads Colin with the punish. In comes Spiritomb. Rock Tomb. Do you end up putting up the shield here? No, he calls that it's the Rock Tomb. In comes the Sea King. It's going to be Captai Shadow Ball to the Icy Wind. Pto knows it. He is not going to throw just yet. This Shadow Ball is at -1, but it will still inflict devastating damage onto the Sea King. Shadow Ball lands. Pto going for the Icy Wind. Colin is so low on everything. The shield comes up. It has to. There's no other path for him. He pivots out. He snipes. The drill run is used here. Pto has so successfully preserved all of his Pokemon, but they are incredibly, incredibly low. There's no HP on anything. In comes Milotic, trying to get the Dragon Tails. Does not get the farm down. In comes the Spiritomb. Snipes down. Colin has the HP advantage. Sucker punches down. He says, not so fast. We're going to a game number 4. Wow, okay. Colin back against the wall. He does have 2 best of 5 series here. And he's saying not so fast. That catch onto the Drapion was everything in that game. Oh, here we go. This is a very rough lead for Colin. Kingdra into the Spiritomb. This lead is so rough because, unfortunately, Swift, it just does not do any damage. Oh, Colin saves an outrage, gets a catch and a sneak onto the Dunsparce. Now, this is going to play out interestingly because Pto should always look to throw at least 4 before pivoting out here. Oh, Pto does not pivot. Pto just stays. So Pto could potentially look to bank a charge attack for later and then pivot into like the Milotic or something like that. There it is. So Pto saying that he didn't really mind taking a debuff drill run, but he wanted to rebank a full charge attack for later. Now, Milotic is the perfect punish to a debuff Dunsparce, so its clock will be available soon for Colin. He would love nothing more than to get out and save this Dunsparce. He can. In comes Kingdra, and Kingdra will immediately be wrap debuffed by Milotic. Where does Colin use the shields? He says not here. This will set up a farm down now for Milotic. He goes for the bait. Ooh, this is such a big moment in this match. Pto Man thinks it through. Pto Man with the call! The no shield on the Swift! And now immediately fires off the Aqua Tail. This is double resisted. However, with the wrap debuff, I believe it should be enough to secure the knockout, and it does. What a play by Pto Man. In comes the Spiritomb, but the pacing on Milotic is just undeniable. Making it to the Aqua Tail, pressuring the shield. Does Pto Man look for a combo here? No, he's still going to hold on to that energy and send in the Sea King. He does not want to give Colin any more of an energy head start than he already has. Shield comes up on the Sea King. Colin does have a charge attack banked. That's an important thing to keep in mind as this game progresses, is the Dunsparce does have a charge attack loaded. And these sucker punches are getting the fish closer and closer to a range where a drill run could knock out. Colin looking to overfarm. By Colin throwing here, this could potentially actually set himself up for failure. Because if he tries to snipe, Pto could anticipate it and fire off the Icy Wind. Oh my word! He tries for the snipe. Pto slams the door as he fires off the Mega Horn. And that energy for Colin 6 is lost. Pto's looking to pivot back into the Spiritomb. There's the Shadow Ball. And Pto Man. 3-1. Taking down Colin 6. Forcing the bracket reset. And we get one more best of 5 to determine our champion. The crowd is loving it. They're going crazy. Oh my goodness. We get one final best of 5 to crown a champion. I might just let this run. I don't think I'm fast forwarding. Okay, I lied. I will fast forward the replay. But after the replay, I think we're just going to sit in the moment. Quite a few have resets. I typically prefer resets because then we get more battles. Pto has now won 15 series in a row. The reason why this is so impressive is if you win out of the winner's side of the bracket, you do not have to play this many games. That's why this is so impressive. But in losers, you have to play double the games. And he lost so early on. Double fish versus double rollout. The 2 best trainers in Europe in the European International Championships. Dude, that should be the fucking more slice thumbnail. Hold on. Right there. Holy shit. I don't believe so, the Ox, no. Look at the accolades. Colin 6, Stuttgart, Bologna, and Lille champion, top 8 LAIC, Pto Man world's finalist, LAIC, oh, they say LAIC champion. He did not win that. He got second. Graphics department, please. EUIC champion, Gdansk regional champion. He is the reigning EUIC champion. He's second at LAIC, second at Worlds, third at NAIC. No, there was no move update announcement. But yeah, slight graphical error there. Nighttime Clasher is the LAIC champion. So, Pto was put to losers by Damon Cash. Do we got lock-ins? We do! Okay! We have lock-ins. Game number 1, Colin 6 versus Pto Man, the bracket reset, and it's Shadow Beedrill into Kingdra. Kingdra will have a significant pacing advantage in this matchup. If Beedrill wants, it can win the zero protect shield scenario by no shield of the Swift and then full set of the X Scissor. Looks like that is Pto's plan. Colin does not have a bug resist available on this line of 3, so he's gonna have to shield or take monster damage. He's gonna sack the Kingdra. Kingdra goes down, but this could set up farm for the Spiritomb. Pto Man looking to pivot out. He does not want to surrender farm to whatever gets brought in here. It's the Spiritomb answered with the fish. Because of that immediate switch, Pto's down a turn, but due to the slow pacing on Spiritomb, he will outpace and make the Mega Horn 1 turn before the Rock Tomb is available. Colin 6 thinks about Colin, it does not, puts up the shield, and this is a good swing of momentum for Colin 6. Not being debuffed, these sucker punches are absolutely shredding the fish. Spiritomb overfarms to the max and fires off Rock Tomb. Pto Man now in a very uncomfortable spot as the Spiritomb is just looking absolutely unkillable. Pto Man baits with the Icy Wind, but Colin knows he will get pretty nice value with the Spiritomb no matter what is in the back. Because now he can just fully farm down, but no, he gets aggressive. He pivots into the Dunsparce, and getting that energy lead is so key. This energy advantage is going to absolutely run away with things because this Spiritomb is in so much trouble. Colin made the read of what was in the back, but now he's able to force the shield so early. The Rock Tomb is available, but the problem for Pto Man is that Colin 6 should be on track here to make double drill run before the next Rock Tomb. As Pto is 7 away, Colin can throw. Colin's now 3 away, which means that puts Pto 10 turns away from the Rock Tomb, and Colin 9 turns away from the drill run. Now, the thing to watch is this move will actually not knock out, so he's going to get aggressive. He pivots back into the Spiritomb. He realizes that the drill run at -1 would not KO, so he snipes down with a Shadow Ball. That's going to be the end of Spiritomb, and Pto Man just has no HP anywhere. In comes the Beedrill. Beedrill falls. All that's left is the Sea King. Sea King trying to get the Icy Wind. It's simply not going to get there, and Colin 6 takes game 1. What a game by Colin. Oh my goodness. That was an unfortunate first best of 5, but Colin gets a big early advantage here by winning this game number 1. Looks like Twitch is doing Twitch ad things. So before game 2, we'll pause it so that way chat doesn't miss anything. We'll keep it running, but right as we get lock-ins for game number 2, I'll pause it, and then we'll come back once the 2-minute ad break is over. That decision to get the Dunsparce energy was so brilliant. and then recognizing that it would not KO, sniping down with the Shadow Ball. Incredibly efficient use of energy by Colin. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, Sloop. I am not sure. Usually when they pan out this far, they pan in until the game starts. So I am waiting to pause it. Oh, it looks like we have a tech timeout. Yo, that's the perfect timing. Yeah, Dave, honestly, interlude season is the best time to take a break. So I hope it's been a good break for you. But yeah, this meta is so sick. This meta is so sick. But yeah, mini tech timeout. We're cooking. We're cooking. We're doing great. We're doing great. I believe everyone should be back. I believe everyone should be back now, but I'll just keep it running during the tech timeout. I think the B drill is very playable here, even with double rollout. I think Worlds, you win like 25,000 turf. You win a shitload of money. I think it's like 20 or 25,000. All right, I'm worried this tech timeout's going to take 8 years, so we're going to start fast forwarding. All right, we got lock-ins? We do. Game number 2. Seeking into Shadow B drill. Colin going to be shielding up. We've seen several times by now that if the Fell Stinger is no shielded, then Beedrill can just farm all the way down. But Pto Man has felt pretty confident in no shielding this and then aggressively pivoting his B. And he's going to do it once again. There's the B. Fast counter switch here from Colin 6. He predicted it. Licky Licky going to be quickly brought into the Beedrill. I believe some do get travel awards, yes. I don't exactly know, but I know like some of the like top performing trainers in championship points do get their travel to like the internet's paid for. Ooh, this time an X's or shield comes out from Colin, but I still don't think that's going to be enough because if Pto shields, Pto will have the ability to make the X-Scissor, and that's probably his best way of getting rid of this, but no, he actually lets it go. Can he hold on and get there anyway? Oh my goodness, I didn't think his Beedrill could survive. Pto Man with the IV knowledge. He trusts in the 1 HP survive. He gets it, and he still gets to hold on to that final shield. That survive was everything for Pto Man as he looks to try and get the equalizer. Beedrill gets the farm down. This Beedrill is no longer boosted. In comes the Spiritomb. Spiritomb gets a very healthy energy head start. Spiritomb going to be shielding everything. You cannot risk letting an X-Scissor land. And in comes the Dunsparce. Getting this debuff up early is very, very helpful for Pto Man. Drill Run would not knock out anyway, but getting the debuff up as soon as possible, it reduces the rollout damage, just makes the matchup feel so much more comfortable. And look at this. Pto with the energy advantage. He's going to outpace. He's going to make the Rock Tomb before the Drill Run is available. He outpaces by 1 turn. Colin has to hope that he can survive, but even if he does, he's going to be at -2. Rock Tomb lands, 1 HP survive. But Pto Man will take this game on the back of Seeking. Seeking gets the peck down. All that's left is a little bit of HP on Beedrill. 2 pecks. Down goes Beedrill. And Pto Man gets the equalizer. So the grand finals are always streamed on the official Pokemon channel for the internet. I still have to go out and find an icy lure, man. I need an ice type. I'm going to be putting down a glacial lure today, and hopefully that'll do it. This feels like such a must-win game for both of the trainers. With how good both these trainers are, I don't think you want to be down a game. I don't think you want to be down a game. Pto was down a game and somehow found a way back. But I think whoever wins this next game is going to be in such a good spot because then they get 2 chances at it. Game number 3. We've got lock-ins, and that's a lead that Colin wants to see. Shadow Beedrill into the Spiritomb. A safe switch into the Sea King. Colin's just going to stay and ramp up damage with Fell Stinger. The no shield from Pto, but he's just going to get fully farmed down. This Beedrill is about to be such a nuisance for Pto Man. Because we've seen this very consistently. Beedrill gets this farm down. Ooh, this is awkward. Spiritomb does look very, very strong in the back. But I don't think Spiritomb has quite enough in the tank here. In comes the Spiritomb. Fires off X's just to guarantee the shield. And he pivots out. He sends in the Dunsparce, preserving just a little bit of Beedrill. Did not want to concede that farm down. Throw is on alignment, but I actually agree with it. Because you want to try and force the final shield off of Pto Man or get non-debuff Drill Run to land. Because just like that, that is so much HP lost on that Spiritomb. Ooh, banks so much energy. And it's Milotic into Dunsparce in this endgame. This is going to be very, very close. I don't know if drops are available on day 3. I know they were available day 1 and day 2, but I don't know if they're available day 3, folks. Milo with the back-to-back. Milo does win this charge tech priority tie. So Pto, if he's looking to put some pressure on, can throw instantly, but Colin with the punish. He recognizes that Pto would be pressured to throw right then and gets the catch onto Licky Licky. They are on the main channel? Okay. Colin predicts the switch out, but didn't click the body slam. So he's forced to just sack it. Rock 2. Ooh, did not KO. Does Pto read that it's just a slam? Oh, no! Pto shields. Drill Run lands. In comes Milotic. It gets outpaced. Colin 6. One more rollout. He farms down Milotic. And he is up 1 game. 2 games to 1 in this best of 5. There's his brother in the crowd chanting. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Pto Man needs to dig deep here. He needs the equalizer. He's won 15 series in a row. But Colin has pushed him to game point. To match point. To tournament point. That preservation of the Dunsparce energy catching on a Licky Licky was so good. The Dugong drop is available on the main channel, not here. I don't believe co-streamers get it. Ooh, okay. The tension, it's palpable. I feel the tension. It only rises. Just absolute stress in this moment. I always hope for a game 5. I always hope for a game 5. Game 5 is cinema. We are big Game 5 fans here. The tech guy's back out, making sure everything's connected and working well. So Pto Man came out of losers, so that's why he has to win 2 best of 5s and Colin only has to win 1. But since Pto won the first best of 5, now they're both in losers, and this final and this like final like series determines who wins, because it's double elimination. So you have to lose 2 series to be out. And Colin had not lost any series up until losing to Pto. Yeah, the drops are only on the official one. I have synced this up almost perfectly that hopefully this will end right around the time that today's video goes out. Oh, they're chatting to each other. Do we have lock-ins? Not quite yet. We do. Game number 4. As neutral as it can be. Dunsparce into Licky Licky. Colin has brought the Shadow Drapion. Shadow Drapion and Dunsparce in the back. ABA rollout so incredibly strong. And for Pto Man, Dunsparce on the lead. There's Spiritomb and Milotic in the back. Banking energy, sending in the Spiritomb. That's answered with the Drapion. On paper, this does look favored for the Drapion. But anyone who thinks that has not played enough Spiritomb. Spiritomb is incredibly strong in this matchup. A nice bait by Colin to get a little bit of energy back. But the thing to watch for is going to be that banked drill run for Pto Man. If Pto Man's able to force both shields, he could potentially go for the combo play and snipe down with the drill run and get rid of an entire Drapion. Drapion has so much loaded energy, farming up for the Crunch plus Aqua Tail. The no shield from Pto with the debuff. He knows this will not come close to taking the knockout. Pto will now get to fire off the Rock Tomb, and this will set up a very awkward spot for Colin 6. Does Pto go for the snipe? Does he send in the Dunsparce? Try and combo with the drill run? Does Colin read it, fire off the energy instantly? Colin predicts it, but Pto doesn't go for it. Pto stays on the field. Pto banks the energy, goes Milotic, and this game is going to be a crazy one. There is energy banked everywhere. Dunsparce has energy. Drapion has energy. This is going to be as close as it can get. Another slow burner in the mid game here as Milotic and Dunsparce, both very bulky. Neither one does substantial damage, but this is going to be close. Wrap is going to be landing as all Protect Shields are down for this game. For Colin, he does not have an ability to shield anymore. Pto still has 1 shield, but he knows Drill Run will simply not take the knockout here, so he's going to be letting this go. With that Wrap debuff applied to the Dunsparce, it could set up an Aqua Tail to try and deliver a knockout. Pto Man goes for the CMP tie, but Colin says no. Colin able to save the Dunsparce and the charge attack and catches back onto the Licky Licky. This positional game is absolute madness. In comes Spiritomb. Spiritomb was one off the Rock Tomb. Rock Tomb will fail to take the knockout. This will set up a farm down for Colin 6, but Colin 6's energy will be debuffed since he's switch locked. It is going to be 3 rollouts securing the KO. Lickitung, 1 HP, barely hanging on, but does leave with an Earthquake. Fires off the Body Slam as in comes Milotic. He does have the back-to-back Body Slams. If Body Slam knocks out here, then he could get a second move. And it did! Oh my goodness! He now gets the Body Slam into the Dunsparce. The Drapion does have a move. Oh, this is going to be so close. There's charge attacks banked everywhere. Drapion has a move. Dunsparce has a move. Drapion, CMP tie. Crunch debuff would lose this. This is as close as it can get. Crunch into the shield. Do we see the debuff? No, debuff comes through. Colin has a move. Pto has a move. Their Dunsparces are almost at identical HP. Drill Run lands. That's the end of Drapion. In comes the Dunsparce. Pto Man wins charge attack priority. Will this be enough to knock out? I think Colin can barely hang on. Their Dunsparces are at almost identical health values. Colin survives. Can Pto survive? The game comes down to this. Pto Man crossing his fingers. Is this Colin's moment? Drill Run lands onto the Dunsparce. Pto survives. Is it a tie? No, Pto Man! No shot! No shot! 1 HP! He survives! The crowd goes wild! And we're going to a game number 5! You have got to be kidding me! What a game! Oh my goodness! There is no shot! There is no shot! What a game! The catches, the banking of energy, the switches. Pto Man survives. We get to do this one more time. Game number 5, winner take all. It doesn't get better than this. Holy shit, man. That game. Colin's knowledge to double slam, knowing that the slam would KO the Milotic to put it into range where Drill Run could knock out. Dude. No crunch debuff. And the fingers crossed pays off. As close as it can get. We get to do this one more time. This will be the final game of the European International Championships. Pto Man, 15 Series 1 in a row versus Colin 6, the final boss, who has been on an absolute heater this weekend. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous, man. Oh, shit, dude. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm not fast forwarding. I'm just letting this ride. I'm just letting this ride. Game number 5. Very neutral lead. Seeking into the Shadow Drapion. The back line's hyper neutral as well. Both trainers have Spiritomb in the back. Pto Man going with the daring ABA fish strategy. Crunch does get shielded. Pto Man goes for an Icy Wind bait. Colin, he's thinking about calling this. Timer counting down. He puts up the shield. So a bit of a swing of momentum for Pto Man. Pto Man farms up to the Mega Horn. Colin gets the catch. That Drapion could be a problem endgame. That energy is so strong. Mega Horn lands. Dunsparce more than happy to absorb it. Now Pto Man can look to rebank energy and pivot out. And does. Gets the catch on Milotic. Rebanks on the Sea King. This is what you want to see if you're rooting for Pto Man. Colin's energy would have been terrifying. Pto Man needs banked energy of his own to help counteract it. This Milotic is in a very strong position because 2 drill runs will not knock out. Pto Man will get to overfarm, and this Drapion energy will go very, very far because Colin made the choice to bring Spiritomb instead of ABA rollout. And that means that these Aqua Tails will actually add up quite a bit onto the Spiritomb. This is a good moment for Pto Man. Pto Man fires off the Aqua Tail. That's going to be the end of Dunsparce. There is so much stored energy on this Milotic. Colin sends in the Drapion and cap ties. Pto Man sacrifices the energy. He's letting it go. Crunch lands. That's the end of Milotic. And in comes Seaking. Seaking firing off the Icy Wind right before the crunch is available. Colin, where does he burn the final shield of the match? He's shielding the Drapion. And it's Spiritomb versus Spiritomb in the end game. In comes Spiritomb. Pto Man, he sees it. He's getting to the Mega Horn. This is Pto Man's moment. No Protect Shields left for Colin. The Mega Horn is reached. Devastating damage. The switch into the Spiritomb. He does not get the farm down. But it's not going to matter. Drapion cannot take the knockout here. One crunch does not KO. Pto Man saves his final Protect Shield for the move that's going to win him this game. Back-to-back Aqua Tails are available. Pto Man knows it. He has the Rock Tomb. Drapion does not win charge attack priority. Aqua Tail lands. There's the Rock Tomb. And Pto Man has done it. His title defended. Europe for a second year in a row is his. What a player. What a series. What a tournament. My goodness. 16 series in a row. Pto Man will not be denied. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. He is once again your European International Champion. Yo, he's going down to the crowd. Let's go. Yo, he threw his hat to the crowd. Hey. Oh, we get the hugs. Hey, they're throwing him in the air. Yo. You love to see that. You do. You really do. You absolutely love to see it. What a game. This meta was so good. And now we have to go back to watching the current OGL meta, which is like the worst thing anyone's ever seen. Sadness. All right. I timed this literally perfectly, chat. Because guess what? It's 10 a.m. Eastern, which means there's a new Henry video that just went live. All right. I am ending stream now, but there's a new Henry video. We have, I believe, the first ever level 50 mind-blown Blacephalon footage on YouTube. Is there anyone else live in the category that I can send a generational raid to right now? Who else is live in this category? There's someone named Innocent2481 who is playing the battles, might not be playing the battles. Yo, we are just gonna raid them. All right, we're gonna send them the raid of a lifetime. But yeah, for those who want to check it out, new video, level 50 Mind Blown Blacephalon on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to go rest my fucking voice. And yeah, go check out the Mind Blown video. All right, love y'all. Peace.